So let me tell you what are we doing today? Dear, this is what we're doing. Let me show you with a picture. This might make it easier. Today, we're talking about protecting wildlife. We're talking about animals. Um, we're talking about woo, animals in the sky, flying animals, animals on the land animals, sea animals, marine life, and how we're going to protect them and look after them on the planet. Okay. Actually, this is going to be the first of two lessons about the environment. So today we're looking at wildlife and protecting it. Next week, we'll be looking at the environment on a wider scale, looking at the planet and how we protect the planet. Okay. Excellent. Good. Let me just double check you can still hear me. I'm going paranoid now. Oh dear, oh dear. This is probably a good time to say hello to some of you. Hello, Hazel. Glad that you think it's a nice topic. Hello, Mary, Emmy. Nice to see you here. Ayajan from Kazakhstan, I'm assuming. KZ, Kazakhstan. Semra, hello. Nice to see you. Hilda, good. Hello, Vraj from India. Good to see you here. Hello. Piano tutorial and music. Hello, we've got a piano teacher in the group. Fantastic. Brilliant. Good. Sadna, nice to see you. Apol Apo, good to see you. The sound is finally on. Excellent. Fatima from Azerbaijan, nice to see you here. So listen, apologies for the sound. I'm glad it's working now. I am kicking myself for that. So we're going to talk about wildlife, as I've said. I'm repeating myself. Let's jump straight in, right? Let's have a look at this. Let me go start again and introduce again what we're doing. Let me go through the jungle. Protecting wildlife is the topic, okay? So we're going to be looking at which animals are in danger. I think you gathered that. We'll be looking at vocabulary, idioms, and collocations to help you talk about this topic. We'll be listening. I'll be putting your listening skills to the test again. Talking about protecting animals, such as this fellow, the gorilla. You've told me actually about a lot of the animals in your countries that are endangered. Very, very interesting. Thank you for all of the comments on the website. For those of you who did the task, that was really great. I haven't answered a lot of you. I will give some answers later, so do stay tuned. That page, by the way, is where you can download the notes later. We'll be looking at the toolbox, where I open the toolbox and give you a tool to help you learn English. Very, very simple, very short. In addition, after last week, I thought I would try again another visualization, which is it's like a guided meditation, but really it's just a way for us to relax and learn English, right? I know preparing for IELTS can be very, very stressful. A lot of you are working. Some of you are raising children, trying to manage all of that, as well as finding time to study. I know it's very stressful. So this will just be a couple of minutes break where we just disconnect, relax, and listen to some very peaceful English. Be nice. So that'll be nice. Idioms. We'll be talking about idioms. I wonder if you know the idiom about the fish. Do you know the idiom about the fish? There's quite a lot, actually, a lot of idioms. But we'll be looking at that in a moment. Tamler, I love your visualization part. Excellent. Good. Yes, looking forward to that. So for those of you like Lindo who are joining the first time, welcome. I'm very, very pleased to see you here. Looking forward to, well, seeing your comments and engaging with you during the class. Okay, brilliant. Good. I've got a couple of things to say first. I just want to do a quick shout out. This is a quick shout out to, I got this review from Mauro. Mauro Castagnera, and thank you very, very much. And Mauro said, he wrote this in a review, he said, wow, Keith, your courses are amazing. I would stay hours and hours listening to you and your fantastic tips and teachers. Even if I'm not so fluent yet, your way of teaching and lovely and enjoyable approach to learn give me a goal to improve more and more. Thanks an awful and best regards from Italy, Mauro. Ciao, Mauro. Thank you very much for that. That's brilliant. I'm really pleased that you're enjoying the courses and that it's helping you learn more and more. The more you learn, the better you get. So, also, I just wanted to give you a quick update. You know this course, right? The IELTS Speaking Success course. Well, finally, I have done an update. It's not a big update, but there are some new videos on the course over there, both on Udemy and on Teachable. So the course is now in two places. You can buy it on Udemy or you can buy it on Teachable. But I've done an update. So last night the updates went up. There are new videos. You know they're new because it says new next to those videos. So if you've bought the course, you get access automatically for life, right? It's lifetime access. So you can come back in 2 years and study again the whole course. In fact, when you retire at 65, maybe 30 years later, you can still come back and study with me if you're not sick of me by then. So that's it. It's there. It's on Teachable. It's on Udemy. You can get the links from my website, which is this one, right? The Keith Speaking Academy. Most of the YouTube videos have links to it as well. And that's it. If you haven't bought the course, why not? No, it's up to you. Of course, it's up to you. I think for me, gosh, I see books and courses as an investment, right? I just think it's an investment in my future. Like people buy stocks and shares and you invest in Google, you invest in Tesla. I mean, yes, you can invest in Elon Musk, but why not invest in you? I think the best investment is when we invest in ourselves. And for me, well, that's education. It's a hugely important thing for me personally. Anyway, enough of that. Let's move on from that to the beginning of the class, right? What's happening today? I'm going to begin with what? I'm going to begin with a very, very common mistake so many people make talking about animals. And on the web page with the task, I think half of you made this mistake. So let me show you the mistake and please try and tell me what the mistake is, right? Let's have a look. What's the grammatical mistake? Polar bear is in danger. Let's see any clever clogs out there. Let's see if you can get it. Can you tell me the mistake? Or just write down what it should be. Nareen Ollie, thank you for that idiom. That's not bad, actually. I hadn't thought of that one. Can anyone get the mistake? Oh, well, okay. Some of you have written... Okay, let's share these. This is very, very interesting. There are different answers. Oh, your message is going too quickly. Oh, look at that. The message has disappeared already. Okay. Some of you talked about danger. In the danger. No, not in the danger. No. In a danger. This was from Sam. No, not that. Endangered. Well, polar bears endangered. It could be. Polar bears are endangered. It could be. But in danger is also okay. Now here it is. Okay, Basak has got it, right? So the problem is you're not talking about one polar bear, right? You're talking about polar bears generally. So that's the way to think, right? It's all of the polar bears are in danger, right? Polar bears are in danger. So when you talk about the animals in danger or animals you like, right? You should be putting it in the plural. Polar bears are in danger, right? Actually, just to make it really clear, polar bear is in danger. And let's put a really sad face next to that to make sure it's clear that it's not right. Polar bears are in danger. Polar bears are in danger is the correct one. Yes. Now, however, you can also say the singular. And let's see if anyone else has got it. Yes, Christiane. You can say the polar bear is in danger. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but that sounds like one polar bear, right? Yes and no. You're talking about the polar bear as a species, if you like. The species, the polar bear, is in danger. So that is also correct. The polar bear is in danger, right? But it's the. That's the thing to remember. Let me make you a bit bigger. Excellent. And let me have another smiley face. So there we have it. Polar bears are in danger, or the polar bear is in danger. Doesn't need to be capital there, does it? Okay. Thank you, Christian, for that. That's excellent. Well done. So it was such a common mistake, one to be very, very careful with, right, as you're doing that. So you could say the polar bears are endangered as well, is fine, or the polar bear is endangered as an adjective. That's absolutely fine. Right? Great, brilliant. That's a very, very common mistake. Let's move on. Let's move on and have a look at animals in danger. So I'm going to show you some pics. This is to remind me. Which animals are in danger? Let me show you 6 animals, and can you tell me which ones are in danger and what are the names? Okay, so I'm going to shift over here. Which of these animals are in danger? There's 6 of them. Which ones are endangered? So from the picture. Dun, 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 dun. Paria says pandas, question mark. We've got leopards from Irfloaz. Yvette, I don't think that's a tiger. I think it's a leopard. We've got also whales. Great. That looks like number 6. Tanvir says rhinos. Yeah, nice. I love it. You're using the plural. Rhinos. Fantastic. The long word, of course, is rhinoceros, which is also perfect. Great. Asian tiger. Right, but that's not a picture of a tiger. That's a leopard. Any others? The rhino. But we've also got turtles. Fatima says turtles. Great. And Vladimir has hit the nail on the head. It's all of them. Well done, Vladimir. You're absolutely right. It's all of them, right? All of these animals are in danger. We've got the leopard, number 1. The rhinoceros, number 2. The orangutan, number 3. The gorilla, number 4. The turtle, it's a special turtle, number 5. And the whale, number 6. Excellent. Well done. Very, very nice. Love it. So let me come back. Let me show you. There is, in fact, a really interesting website that I'll share with you, right? It's from the World Wildlife Organization down here. If my lovely moderators could be so kind as to share this in the groups and in the chat, I'm going to show you on the website what it looks like over here, right? So they have a list of species or animals that are endangered. So you can see on here, this is where I got it from, right? The Amur leopard is critically endangered. The black rhino, the Borneo orangutan. I'm not sure why it's called Borneo, because the orangutans only live on Borneo. The cross river gorilla. There's another gorilla. The hawksbill turtle. It's another one. And the Sumatran elephant. And what's really nice about this website, right, is that when you go there, if you click on an animal, let's say the leopard, to find out about it, okay, it gives you not only a nice picture of the leopard up here, but you can find out more about it, right? So it actually tells you facts about the leopard. So people usually think of leopards in the savannas of Africa, but in the Russia, a rare subspecies has adapted to life in the temperate forests. Da, 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 da. Some very nice language here, actually. If you come in and have a look at this, look at this describing a leopard. You can talk about it as being nimble-footed and strong. Nice. Talks about predators is a useful word. We'll be looking at that. A predator that kills other animals. Very, very nice. They talk about why they matter. They give you information about that. They talk about the threats, so the danger that they're in. And there you go, hunters, I guess. Illegal trade. And it tells you what the WWF is doing on how they're protecting them. So there's a wealth of language and information. Even if you just choose one animal, it can be really, really useful, right? Very, very nice website. I strongly recommend it. Go and check it out. Hopefully, we've been sharing the link. It's the World Wildlife Organization, and it's their list of endangered species, right? They have critically endangered, and vulnerable, right? Which we're going to talk about in a moment. If I just go back, you can see this. Dun, dun, dun. On the right, critically endangered, and then this nice word, vulnerable. Now, vulnerable just means that it is susceptible to physical or emotional attack or harm, that is potentially in danger in the future. Great, so some nice language. Let me switch, right? Let me have a look from animals in danger. Let's go straight into the vocabulary, right? Talking about protecting wildlife. So I guess one of the most important words we need to look at is extinct. Extinct. It's a difficult word. Can you say it with me? Extinct. Extinct. To be extinct. For example, the dodo was a flightless bird, but it is now extinct. Okay. We've got also the following expressions, and all of these mean something may become extinct in the future, right? So we can say to be in danger of extinction. So as two words, right? To be in danger of extinction. The panda is in danger of extinction. The Amur leopard is in danger of extinction, right? You can make up your own sentences. As well as in danger, right, we can use the one word as an adjective. So it's got d on the end, endangered. It's got the D sound, endangered. Pandas are endangered, or they are critically endangered, which means they are in big danger, right? They are critically endangered. Another nice word that is often used here is to talk about a threatened species. A threatened species. To threaten is like, I'm going to kill you, give me your money, or I will kill you. To threaten somebody or something. Literally, the animals, right, are under threat of being shot or killed. So they are a threatened species. Not easy to say. It's got lots of th and s sounds. So repeat with me. Species. Species. Threatened. Threatened species. The panda is a threatened species. Excellent. Good. And then this word, again, not easy. Vulnerable. Vulnerable. The L here, right? You don't need to pronounce the L sound. It's just vulnerable. A vulnerable species. A vulnerable species. Excellent, good. So all of these about something becoming extinct in the future, right? They're in danger, basically. Let's have a quick look at some more words on this topic about meaning to kill an animal. Unfortunately, there's quite a few words to kill an animal. So first, the most important word you must learn is to poach, right? To poach is to kill illegally, right? Notice the difference, because to hunt is to go with a gun and to shoot an animal, normally with a gun. So to chase and to kill an animal. But hunting can be legal. Normally, I think you need a license to hunt and kill an animal. And there are different reasons for that we're not going to talk about today. But poaching is definitely illegal. So that's the difference, right? To slaughter is to kill livestock. So to kill normally cows or sheep or whatever, pigs, whatever livestock is normally killed for food, then we normally say to slaughter. Cows are slaughtered, sheep are slaughtered. It's really quite a strong word. It means to kill in a very aggressive way, really. So normally that's how we use it in this context, right? Meaning words to kill. Okay, excellent. And just a few words connected to the environment. Okay, again, these are important words to know. We can talk about the ecosystem, right? The ecosystem is the way that the nature is connected around us. So really, it's kind of like a natural environment. I'm making this up, so please do feel free to correct me. Where everything is connected. I think that's one of the key ideas, right? There's this connection. So if you kill an animal, it breaks the connection and the ecosystem goes out of balance, right? So the idea is to have a balanced ecosystem, which is a nice collocation, right? But if you destroy certain animals or certain habitats, then the ecosystem may be out of balance. To be out of balance. So we might say killing animals can put the ecosystem out of balance, for example, right? So again, that's a really important collocation, out of balance. Balance, boom, out of balance, boom, out of balance. Habitat, really important, right, is where the animals live. So it's the living space of animals. We often talk about the natural habitat. The natural habitat of lions is not the zoo. The natural habitat of the lion is the jungle or the savannah or the rainforest, maybe. So we talk about the natural habitat or a natural habitat. Again, the collocation, so important, right? When you're learning a new word, try and learn the other words that go together. Natural habitat. Nice. This word we've talked about, species. A really important point is that it's the same word and pronunciation, whether it's singular or plural. So the panda, I'm talking a lot about the panda, but I think it's just easy to remember the same example. The panda is a species, right? On the planet, there are hundreds of species, right? Can you hear? It's the same word. So the panda is a species, and on the planet, there are hundreds of species. It's the same word. Makes it easy. For once, it's nice and easy. When we talk about animals, we often talk about the population. The population of leopards is getting smaller. The population of the turtles is decreasing because we're destroying their habitat, or we're poaching their eggs. We are poaching their eggs. I laugh because to poach an egg is the way that you cook an egg in water. But also when you steal eggs, you're poaching eggs, right? It's funny for me anyway. Population, right? So we're talking about the population of a certain animal. So we might say the population of turtles is decreasing. Help. Yes. So that's a useful word to talk about animals in this context. And then finally, we've got to live the different habitats, right? Notice the in. We use this a lot. To live in the wild is in nature, right? Basically in nature. To live in the jungle, in the rainforest, in the desert, in the sea, right? Very, very simple. Just use in and you're probably going to be right, okay? Nice. Excellent. Okay, I've been talking a lot of vocabulary. Sorry, let me kind of check up with you. Julie or July says, in the tundra. That's a nice one. Let me add that because that's really good. In the tundra. The tundra are the kind of the plains. They're the fields. Very, very dry, extensive areas of land. Like I think Russia has lots of tundras, right? Clara talks about reducing kangaroos population. Reducing the kangaroo population. In this case, it's better in the singular. But that's brilliant, Clara, because you give us all the opportunity to learn the correct format. Reducing the kangaroo population. Yeah. So when we destroy the forest, we are reducing the kangaroo population. Excellent. We can talk about the wilderness, as Bezad says. Yes, they live in the wild or in the wilderness. It's really very, very similar. I would say the same thing, to be honest. Slight difference in connotation, but not really. Crazy girl, nice. The population of lions is decreasing. Remember that S? Brilliant. Thank you, crazy girl. Gives us all a chance to learn. Lions. The population of lions is decreasing. Brilliant. Facebook user, yes. Habitat is for animals only. Yes. You can use it for people as a joke. Right? If I don't know, if I see my wife, no, let me think of an example. If you see somebody in a place where they're really happy, so if I see my daughter in the video arcade playing lots of video games, as a joke, I could say, oh, she's in her natural habitat, right? It's where she's comfortable living naturally. I don't know, if your friend eats a lot of fast food, you can say, yeah, he's in McDonald's, his natural habitat, right? Something like that. But great, very good point. Thank you for that. That's excellent. Good. The human is also a species. It is also a species, correct? Yes. Endangered species. That's a nice collocation. Lovely, Mehmet. Very, very nice. Brilliant. Where is from teacher? Where is the teacher from? Person cool. Cool person. You need to change your word order. Cool person. Where is the teacher from? I am from Manchester in England, but I live in Spain. And Robin welcomes me to Kerala. Thank you, Robin. I will be over for afternoon tea sometime in the future. Let's hope. Thank you. This is nice from Lan An. Hey, Lan An. Nice to see you again. The population of pandas is on the decrease. On the decrease. That's lovely English. I like that very much. Good for speaking and good for writing. Brilliant. Paula, what is endangered species in your country? Yeah, very good question, Paula. What is an endangered? I'll put the an. An endangered species in your country. I don't know if you're asking everybody, but I'll give my answer. The endangered species in my country is, well, the badger. The badger. The badger is a small animal that lives underground in kind of caves or holes under the ground. Lots of birds are endangered. All the swamps and the forests that we're destroying are causing animals to be endangered. There's so many. There really are a lot. It's such a shame. Okay, excellent. I think we've covered quite a lot of vocabulary. Let me find out, if I can, what is next. I have to remind myself. What comes after protecting wildlife, Keith? Well, it is vocabulary because we've looked at that. I love that. It's like I'm in the forest again. Which animals are in danger? We've talked about that. I expect a tiger to jump out any moment. We've looked at vocabulary, right? Let's move on and start asking some important questions. Oh, come back. It's listening skills. Oh, already? Right, okay, good. If it says listening skills, it's time for listening skills. So I've got a little listening activity for you here, right? In this activity, you're going to listen to somebody, probably me, talking about protecting wild animals, right? Here's the context. So we're looking at the importance of protecting wild animals. I want you to listen carefully, right? And actually, what are the arguments? Not this question. What are the arguments against protecting wild animals? Let's take that off. Let's just make it simple, right? Listen to this passage. Is the speaker for or against saving endangered animals? Right? Is the speaker for or against the idea of saving endangered animals? Most people are for that, right? They think it's a good idea to save endangered animals. But we're going to listen, and I want you to decide, is the speaker for or against, right? Okay, let me get the let me find the listening. Should we protect wild animals? Let me turn up the sound and I'll start again. Here we go. Should we protect wild animals? The first reason not to bother with protecting some endangered species is the astronomical cost. Surely there are better ways to spend those millions of pounds, such as education, hospitals, starvation, poverty, and the like. What's more, some species, like the wolf, are a danger to humans, as well as the livestock we keep. Why should we save them? As for the cute panda, it's not like we depend on them. I mean, surely it's just a waste of money trying to rescue them from the brink of extinction. Let's not forget as well, mass extinctions happen as a part of nature. Remember the dinosaurs? If the disappearance of certain species is a part of nature, why should we interfere? Interesting, right? So, interesting. As RTM says, wow, it sounds against. Cute Angels, love your handle, Cute Angels. Against. Dulat says against. Ayla says against. Yes, Natalia says against. Right. So it seems the speaker is against saving animals, right? But why? Here's the question. Why is that person against saving animals? He gives several reasons, right? So let's have a look up here. We're going to listen again, okay? Let me pull this up to make it a bit easier. So we're going to listen again, and I want you this time to fill in the gaps with one word only. This is like an IELTS listening, right? So we'll listen again, except in IELTS listening, you only listen once. But with me, you listen twice. Listen again and fill in the gaps with one word only. So my first IELTS tip for you guys is read the instructions very carefully, right? When the instructions say one word only, you must write one word only, right? And be careful with your spelling, because if you spell it wrong, you'll get it wrong. Okay. The other tip number 2 with IELTS listening is to, not to cough, excuse me, it's to read the questions first. Read the questions and think about the kind of word that may come up here, right? Think about, is it asking for an adjective, a noun, a verb, right? It is far too to save endangered animals. Probably an adjective, right? Probably an adjective. It's far too difficult, maybe. So I'm guessing an adjective. So you should be thinking, thinking, what word here? The money is spent saving humans. That could be an adverb, right? The money is well spent saving humans. Maybe. I'm just guessing, right? So think about that. We are not bum on pandas. Is that a noun, an adjective, maybe? When animals bum, it is just... Now, this is probably a verb, right? You're probably looking for a verb. Animals do something. Probably a verb. We shouldn't... Again, I think this is probably a verb, right? We shouldn't blah, blah, blah. Nature. Okay. So what you're doing is very quickly, because you only have about 10 seconds, you're reading, you're thinking what kind of word, and guessing some possible words, right? If you have time. That's the strategy I would take for listening, and to do this when you're practicing as well. I think it's always good when you're practicing, and you're... Hang on a minute. I think it's good when you're practicing to listen several times, right? When you listen the first time to something, just get the idea, right? Like that question, is he for or against? Get the general idea, the gist. Then listen again and start picking out some details. Listen several times to really develop your listening skill. I know in IELTS you only listen once, right? True. But when you're practicing, you can listen several times to improve your skill. Okay, so here are the questions. We're going to listen again, and I want to see if you can put the answers. Try and guess the answers. You could write in the in the comments in the chat below. Let's listen again. Should we protect wild animals? The first reason not to bother with protecting some endangered species is the astronomical cost. Surely there are better ways to spend those millions of pounds, such as education, hospitals, starvation, poverty, and the like. What's more, some species, like the wolf, are a danger to humans, as well as the livestock we keep. Why should we save them? As for the cute panda, it's not like we depend on them. I mean, surely it's just a waste of money trying to rescue them from the brink of extinction. Let's not forget as well, mass extinctions happen as a part of nature. Remember the dinosaurs? If the disappearance of certain species is a part of nature, why should we interfere? Right, okay, great. Some interesting answers you've put up here. So for number 1, right, it's far too... Okay, he says astronomical. Not quite. He talks about astronomical, but what is that describing? If you remember, it's describing the money, the astronomical cost. Ayla says cost. But remember, it's far too... We want an adjective, right? So we could have costly. Great. That's a good adjective and it gets the idea. It's far too costly. Great. Or expensive. It's far too expensive. to save endangered animals, right? So I'll write those in. I put the answers somewhere else, but it might be easier to see it here. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. I wish it was extinct. Okay, good. So notice, right, that very often you can't just pick the word from the listening, like astronomical or cost. You have to change something. Change the form, maybe from a verb to an adjective, or maybe a synonym, right? So just be careful with that when you're doing listening. What about number 2? Let's see what you've got. The money is, Shibu says, important. Not exactly. It's true. It is possible, but not quite right. Anyone else on number 2? You've all got number 3. Number 2, Chinelo says 2. The money is to... now Chinelo, to spend, if it was END, then yes. But to spent? Not really. I think we're looking for an adverb, right? Anybody else got number 2? Nobody's got number 2. Waste. Raza says waste. The money is waste. Again, waste spent. Not really an adverb. No. Less. Sam says less. The money is less spent saving humans. I understand what you mean, but not quite right. Not quite right. And I don't think anybody's got it. I'm going to move on then. The money is better spent, right? Because they talked about that it's a waste of money spending it on protecting animals, and it's much better, or it's a better idea to spend it on humans, like education, hospitals. The money is better spent. Number 3, we've got lots of answers for number 3, I remember. Let's have a look. Ellis Kitchen, depend. Now be careful, because depend is a verb, but we're looking for an adjective. Independent is an adjective, but it's not the correct one. Depended from Nikhil is an adjective, but it's not the correct one. Somebody must have it. Somebody did have it. I've seen it. Let me see if I can find somebody who's got it. For number 3, come on, you're almost there. Not depend. Not depend. There we go. Tran says it. Dependent, right? We are not dependent on pandas. Dependent. Or reliant, right? We talked about relying on pandas. We don't rely on them, so we are not reliant. Dependent, reliant. Nice, well done, Tran. That's great. Number 4, when animals Smiran disappear. Spot on, spot on. Disappear. When animals disappear. Great. Any others? Extinct, says Helen. The trouble is, it's not a verb, right? It's to become extinct, but you can only use one word. Number 5, we shouldn't interfere, somebody says. Lindo says interfere, but it's interfere with nature, so it doesn't fit. We shouldn't. Anybody else? Interfere doesn't fit because it's interfere with. Anybody else on number 5? Oh dear, everybody says interfere. Everybody says interfere. Hilda says interfere. Mitra says interfere. It doesn't fit. Think of something simpler. Gvilla says interfere. Wow, you all say interfere. Right, I can't find a correct answer. We shouldn't stop nature from taking its course, right? That would work. Or prevent. That would also work. We shouldn't prevent nature from taking its course, right? Okay, excellent, good. Those were the answers. Good. I hope that helps develop a little bit your listening skills, and be careful, right, of the strategies you need to be looking at. Be careful of getting the right kind of word, synonyms, or a different form of word when you're doing it. And when you're practicing, go back and listen again, again, and again. Okay. With this video on YouTube, you can go back and practice lots of times. In fact, there are the answers, right? Those were the answers. Let me show you the script. This might help you a little bit. Let me play it as you're doing it. I'll play it and you can listen and read as we go through. And in fact, I'll point out some things as we do it. Let me play it to you first. You can listen. Should we protect wild animals? The first reason not to bother with protecting some endangered species is the astronomical cost. Surely there are better ways to spend those millions of pounds, such as education, hospitals, starvation, poverty, and the like. What's more, some species, like the wolf, are a danger to humans, as well as the livestock we keep. Why should we save them? As for the cute panda, it's not like we depend on them. I mean, surely it's just a waste of money trying to rescue them from the brink of extinction. Let's not forget as well, mass extinctions happen as a part of nature. Remember the dinosaurs? If the disappearance of certain species is a part of nature, why should we interfere? Interfere. Right, okay, interesting. So there's some interesting expressions there, right? The first reason not to bother with, or not to bother with, is to have the energy to do something, to want to do something, right? I can't be bothered means I don't have the energy. So the first reason not to protect the endangered species, or not to bother to take the time and energy to do it, is the cost. Astronomical cost, nice collocation. Surely there are better ways to spend the money. It's an interesting argument, right? Should we be spending lots of money helping animals when we still should be helping humans with hospitals, starvation, poverty? It's an interesting question. We talks about livestock, which is the animals we normally keep on a farm to help us live, like cows, sheep, chicken. The panda, it's not like we depend on the depender. This is a nice expression. To rescue them from the brink of extinction. The brink of extinction is the edge of extinction. I'm hoping my autocorrection will kick in. Autocorrector. It just means the edge of extinction, right? The brink. So the point of extinction. Let's not forget mass extinctions. Interesting collocation. Things like the dinosaurs that happen as a part of nature. Why should we interfere? Why should we stop or prevent that, right? Okay, great. There we've got it. That's the listening. This was taken, actually, it was based on an article from the BBC. These ideas, by the way, are not my ideas. I don't necessarily believe we should not protect endangered species. I think there are some endangered species we should protect. I think there are interesting arguments for and against. But if you want to have a look at the BBC here, guys, if you could share the link, this is where I got the article. And it's a really interesting article, and it might give you some ideas to talk about this topic, but also give you some very, very nice, interesting language. The BBC, as always, have some great stuff. What is the point of saving endangered species? And it talks about all of these ideas here. Might be worth having a look. So this is where I got my idea from, right? It's not my own ideas. Excellent. Good. So that's it. That was the listening. What comes next? Well, let me just check in with you guys. Okay. We need this link. Hopefully you're getting the link. BBC. If you miss it in the chat, it will go into the notes which I share with you. Do remember, all of you, that at the end of this class, what I do in about 2 or 3 hours is I put the notes onto the website. So the website, the Key Speaking Academy, if you go there and you go to the free live lessons area, you will be able to download all of the notes from the class. You've got the notes from last week, which was about relaxing, so you can go and download those. And also all of the past lessons. You can get the PDFs from all the different topics and the study notes. So you can practice on your own, in your own time. That's it. Right. Excellent. Good. Next, have a drink.
Ba-da-shee-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be, bum-bum-bum.
It's a bit loud. Okay. What's coming up next? I was going to tell you this. I was going to show you something. To go and check out, where can I show you? I have a new channel, right? And it's called English Speaking Shorts. And these are just very, very short videos, right? English Speaking Success Shorts. Again, guys, if you can share the link, that would be fantastic. These are short videos. They're like less than a minute to help you learn English. And I just set up the new channel because they're all shorts. But it's just me teaching you some very, very simple English and pronunciation to help with your fluency. So if you do have time and you're interested, you can go and check it out. English Speaking Success Shorts. Improve your English in less than a minute. And they're very common topics, right? We've got hometown, we've got family, getting up. In fact, what I was going to do was, I can share with you the next short. Nobody's seen this yet. Would you like to see it? This is the next one coming out. I'm going to put them out every Monday and every Wednesday, just a very short video, but I can give you a preview, right? Come and watch this. This is a preview of the next short coming out next Monday. Have a look at this. Then you'll see if it's the kind of thing that might help you.
I say the top bit, you say the bottom bit. What do you do? Now repeat with me. 'Cause a teacher. I work as a teacher. I've been doing it for years. I've been doing it for years. I work as a teacher. I've been doing it for years. Great.
That's it. Super simple, right? It just gets you repeating, getting your pronunciation, getting your intonation. Very, very, very simple. So that's it. Ein says, I love your short videos, Keith. Thank you. Great. Rincy says, yes. Gang Ha has already subscribed. Fantastic. Arda as well as subscribed. We love to see it. Victoria, yes. Yvette, thank you. Great. So go and check that out. I think if the moderators can share the link or just search for English Speaking Success Shorts and you can go and find them. Okay, so let's move on. From that, let me jump over. We've been looking at listening skills, right? We're going to look now at gorillas. Protecting animals. So we've talked about the importance of protecting animals. We've looked actually at some arguments against protecting as well as why, yes, we should protect. We've looked at which animals are critically endangered, which animals are vulnerable, right? The next question I have for you then is this question. How exactly can we protect wild animals? How we can protect wild animals? Let me make that into a question, I think, because I'd like you to give me an answer. It's a difficult question, right? It's not obvious, but how can we protect wild animals? In particular, let's make it clear, endangered animals. Let's make it clear. Right? Guys, in the chat box, write down what you think. Any ideas? And I'll carry on drinking to drown my frog. Any ideas? Okay, we've got some great ideas coming up here. Ram Matillo, creating a forest for them and preserve them from humans. We should preserve humans too. By barrier, probably. Right, great. Very nice. Good answer. Yes. Oh, that's a long name. Oh, I'm going to struggle with that. Beautiful name, but very long. But I love your idea. Stop poaching and hunting them. That is critical, right? Very good. By making zoos. By making zoos. I think there's a typo. Good, Pete. I think you mean zoos, right? By making zoos. Yes. Good idea. Maria says leave them alone. Also. STM, MTS. We can do it if we don't destroy their environment, right? Yeah, look after their habitat. Good. Sanctuaries, that's nice. So a sanctuary is a place to conserve and protect animals, right? Let me write a few of these down as we're going, because I think these are really good. I know you can't see this, but don't worry, you will see it in a moment. Bear with me. Right, okay, cool. Stop poaching, great. What else have we got? Reduce deforestation. Oh, you can see me. Excellent. Build sanctuaries or zoos or conservation centres. Stop poaching and hunting. Reduce forestation, or even stop it, maybe. Tam, this is a nice one. Use social media to spread the importance of endangered species. Yes. So I'm going to write down here, raise awareness of the issue. And you can do that on social media. Absolutely. Nice. Brilliant idea. What else have we got? Guarav. Teach them English or animal language. Love your sense of humour. Chari says restricting hunting, make their lives more easier, like feeding and breeding them. Yes. Help them to breed is a good one, right? To breed means to reproduce. It's fascinating because animals like the panda, right? My understanding is the panda just doesn't reproduce enough. I don't know if it's just incredibly lazy or what, or just it's changed, but it's not reproducing enough. So we can help maybe breed the animals so that they have more children, if that's the word, cubs. Yes, Adam says reducing hunting. Keep them in a protected area, says Armin. So your sanctuaries, zoos, conservation areas, all of those are great. Jaswinder, the idea of advertising, right? I guess similar to raising awareness. Linnea says we must save the old forests in Finland. Great, good. Abir says stop poaching. Yeah. Or, same idea from Khan, stop illegally hunting the animals. Brilliant. Emma says, by providing them with enough food and shelter. Yeah, good. Provide food and shelter. I guess that comes back to the idea of the sanctuary, right? And here's a nice one from Mahfuza. We shouldn't interfere in their habitats, right? Don't interfere with, or in, you can say in, actually, with their habitats. Because we far too often end up destroying their habitats, right? And that's part of the big problem. Excellent, good. Lots of ideas there, how we can protect endangered animals. I guess you could also give money to the charities. You could support a charity like the WWO, for example, right? Support WP, a charity. WWW, no, the World Wildlife Fund, right? WWF, the World Wildlife Fund, I think. I hope. I think that's what it is. Great. Here we go. Here's a nice one we've missed out from Elsa. Stop buying endangered animals stuff. Yes. So stop buying products made or that come from the dead animals, right? Let's put it like this. It's not easy to express, actually, but Elsa, you did a good job there. Stop buying products that come from hunted animals. So things like the rhino's horn, the tusks of the elephant. What else do they do? The hand of the gorilla they chop off. A lot of the products are then sold, and that encourages the poacher to carry on poaching. Right, good, nice. Some very, very good examples there. Good. Deforestation we've had, cutting down trees. Reduce deforestation. Why does it say forestation? Deforestation. Yes. Right, okay, good. Excellent, nice ideas, guys. Let me move on. I'm going to come over here. Protecting animals, we've talked about. Excellent. Toolbox. It's time for toolbox. Okay, that's good. Some of you are thinking, Keith, what on earth is toolbox? Well, let's find out exactly what is toolbox. Here we go. So open the toolbox. The toolbox is where I come out of the jungle like that. And I come over and I show you a tool. This is just something I found on the internet, interesting tools that I use and I find useful and I want to share with you that can help you learn. This one can also help the teachers out there because I think it's quite a useful tool. And it's called rewordify.com. And moderators, if you could share the link and then we'll have a look at it together. Rewordify.com is an interesting little website. Basically, it's a great tool to help your reading skills and to build vocabulary. So it takes not a couple, it's like autocorrector, a complicated text and makes it simple. Right? It takes a complicated text and makes it simple. Great for teachers and students. Let me show you, right? Let me take a text. Do you remember the listening passage we had? Let me just take that listening passage. Let me take something from there. Let me take this. Let me take the whole thing. So I'm going to copy that, right? And then I'm going to take us over to the toolbox. And this is basically it. It's a very simple, easy to use rewordify. You take the text, maybe that one, right? You copy it in there. So this is my text. And then you rewordify. You just press here. And what it does is it's made the same text into an easier text, right? So this is the original down here. The first reason not to bother with protecting some endangered species. And it's made it easier. The first reason not to bother with protecting some animal that's in danger of disappearing forever, right? So, and that's the original. Endangered species was the original, and they've given an easier version. The huge cost. So I said astronomical, but it gives you here huge, which is slightly easier, but it's helping you also build up vocabulary, right? This was species, a group of similar living things. So in a way, it's helping you understand the text. Farm animals, do you remember? That was livestock, and you can actually press the word. You should say the word so you can actually hear it as well.
Livestock.
Livestock. Great. The edge of destruction, the brink of. The edge of the brink of destruction. So it's a very simple, nice little text. For teachers, fantastic. If you find a complicated text but you want to teach it, you can simplify it here. The AI here is absolutely perfect. I mean, the English that comes out is 100% perfect. I've never seen any mistakes. It's really high quality. And then you can do all sorts of things with this. You can make learning activities with it. If you go down here, it shows you different things you can do. You can make a word list. You can do a quiz. You can do a matching activity. You can do a close. Wow. For teachers, it's great. But I think even for students, it can be quite useful. I'll let you go and explore it. That's it. It's rewordify. Build your vocabulary, help with your reading skills. That's it. Nice. That's the toolbox. Brilliant. Great. What's next? What's after the toolbox? It was after the toolbox. It's probably time for visualization. Ooh, right. Now, if you were here last week, this is the moment where we relax a bit, where we just sit back, let your hair down, put your feet up. Because studying can be quite stressful, right? And quite difficult. But this is an opportunity to learn English, but in a very, very relaxed way. So what I'm going to do is ask you to close your eyes and just listen. And I'm going to tell you what to do, right? You're going to listen to my voice and just imagine in your head. You can close your eyes. You can open your eyes if you want. I'll show you a picture. And you can just listen and just follow me, what I'm asking you to do and what I'm telling you to do. And just follow me. Very, very simple. No effort, no worry, just totally relax. Okay? So, first of all, let me ask you to, if you like, close your eyes. If you don't, that's okay. But I am going to put up a picture, right, to set the scene. But if you like, you can just close your eyes and relax. And let's begin. So imagine that you are now in the jungle. You're walking slowly along a path through the jungle. It's hot, but you, luckily, are in a bubble. You're in a bubble like a cloud with air conditioning. So you are nice and cool. But you can see the sun shining through the trees in the jungle. You're in the bubble. You're cool. and you're safe. And you're walking slowly through the jungle. As you walk and stroll along the path, what can you see? What habitats can you see? Look around and look at the colours. What are the different colours you can see? And now, you can hear a noise. There's a noise over to the right. Is it an animal? What animal is that you can see and hear? I wonder, is it an endangered animal? An animal on the brink of extinction? Don't worry, you're safe in your bubble. Just let the animal go away. As you carry on walking, you can feel the wind brushing against your skin, keeping you cool. And suddenly, as you turn the corner, you can see a hunter. Is it a man or a woman? What do they look like? What are they carrying? Don't worry, you're safe in the bubble. But what is the hunter doing now? How do you feel? And as you keep walking towards the hunter walks away. I don't think they can see you. And they're walking through the forest away from you. And they disappear as you carry on. And as you walk through the dense forest with the sticks cracking under your feet, you finally come to a clearing, a kind of opening in the jungle. And the rain starts to come down. Very gentle rain, drizzle falling from the sky onto your face. And just like the rain is falling onto your face and body, I want you to listen to these words and let them fall onto you. Don't think, don't try to memorize, just relax and let the words flow over you like the rain. Ecosystem, habitat, in the wild, species, marine life, natural habitat, endangered species. And the words like the rain fall to the ground and you start to feel refreshed and relaxed. And very slowly, we're going to leave the forest and the opening, and we're slowly going to come back to the room. And after I count 3, you can gradually open your eyes, relax, and come back. 1, 2, 3. Welcome back. That was it, the trip to the jungle. Some of you are asleep. Apurv says, I'm actually asleep. You can't be asleep because you're typing. Great. What is in the bubble, actually, says Mailana? Well, in the bubble, it's you. Keeps you nice and cool and protected, right? Betcha says it was a hypnotherapy. Yes, now you can speak fluent English. Manori says, I want to stay some more time in the jungle. It was interesting, right? Some of you saw different animals. Daniela says, amazing. Some of you were chasing, you wrote, right? You were chasing a lion, or you felt a bit nervous and scared. Please open your eyes, yes, if you haven't yet. Ah, dear, this part is incredible. Your soothing voice, loved it. There you go. Plane flying over the jungle. A great journey, says Rasav. Great. Excellent. Good. I hope that can relax you a little bit. Maybe it's a kind of relaxing way to learn English, right? Let the words and the collocations just brush over you like the rain. Okay, so wake up again. We've still got a couple of things to do. I'm going to move on from that nice visualization and move us into some idioms, which is kind of towards the final bit, because we've looked at, well, lots of vocabulary, but there are probably some idioms we can use to talk about protecting animals, okay? I did ask you, do you know the idiom with the fish? And somebody said that's a kettle of fish. That's another kettle of fish, which is very, very true, right? Meaning that is something completely different. The other expression I know is to have the memory of a fish, or have a memory like a fish, because apparently fish have very short memories, apparently. There are others, yes, this is good. A fish out of water, or drink like a fish. Excellent. I feel like a fish out of water. And we use that when you're out of your comfort zone, right? You're not comfortable. You don't feel comfortable. I'll share this with you in a moment. Brilliant. Drink like a fish means you drink too much. Normally alcohol, excuse me. Alcohol. Great. Any more fish? A big fish. Yeah, big fish in a small pond is another one, right? A big fish means you are an important person, but in a small circle. Big fish in a small pond. Okay. Memory of a fish. A kettle fish. That's another kettle of fish. That's the other one. Another kettle of fish. Let me share these with you, actually. Let's move this across and bring these over. Idioms to talk about wild animals. Well, these are not really talking about animals, but the idioms are involving animals at the moment. We've got the memory. Have the memory of a fish. To have like a bull in a china shop. Oh, that one. If you say somebody is like a bull in a china shop, it just means that they're clumsy, right? Clumsy means that you drop things, or you knock things, or you have small accidents. Sometimes somebody's walking and they knock over the water, they spill coffee on the computer, they drop their papers. They're just very, very clumsy, like a bull in a china shop. China being the plates, like the porcelain or the plates. So if there's a bull in a shop, all the china breaks, basically. memory of a fish, of course, is a short memory. I feel like a fish out of water. I don't feel comfortable. That's another kettle of fish. That's something completely different. Right? If somebody says, well, this is great, Keith, talking about protecting animals. Let's talk about protecting the environment, climate change. And I say, well, hang on. That's another kettle of fish, right? That's something completely different. Not quite the same. I drink like a fish equals too much. Normally alcohol. I eat too much alcohol. I drink too much alcohol. Not true, but you can say that. Now, other idioms I'll share with you. Oh, there's quite a few others, but fishy, fish to fry, small brain like a fish. I've not heard that one. I've got bigger fish to fry. Good. I'll move on from fish. These next idioms are things we can use to talk about protecting animals. So first of all, to wreak havoc. To wreak havoc is to cause big problems or chaos. Chaos is where everything is confused and mixed. So if it causes problems and chaos, we say to wreak havoc. So you might say poaching is wreaking havoc with the ecosystem, right? When we, well, yes, hunting is wreaking havoc with the ecosystem. Can't think of another example, but there you go. So it's causing big problems, right? To stand a chance. To stand a chance means to have the possibility to do something. And very often we use this actually in the negative. Don't stand a chance. So, for example, I don't stand a chance means I have no chance, no opportunity, no possibility. Right? So it's very difficult. These animals don't stand a chance unless we protect them. Right? The leopard, the turtle, the panda, they don't stand a chance. It means there's no chance to survive, to live, unless we protect them and build a sanctuary or maybe build a conservation area and stop poaching. So they don't stand a chance. We've looked at this before, be on the brink of. Something on the brink of is on the edge of, right? About to happen. On the edge of, or about, and not about to happen, but yeah. I'll say on the edge of is better, just not to confuse. So pandas are on the brink of extinction. On the brink of extinction is a common collocation. You could use it with other things, right? I'm on the brink of going mad. I'm on the brink of going crazy. But because we're talking about protecting animals, on the brink of extinction is a nice collocation. It's a very common one to use. So you can put that. To be on the brink of. Did I have any others? I think that was it. Those are the ones. Let's think. Any others you want to share to talk about protecting animals? On the verge of. Yes, on the edge of, on the verge of. That's also nice. I'll add that. Thank you, Bezad. Anything else? Yeah, this one is good, Yosra. The issue of protecting wild animals is the elephant in the room in today's lesson. Is that right, Keith the mentalist? Well, yes. The issue of protecting wild animals is the elephant in the room. Yeah, the elephant in the room. That's great. It means it's the thing nobody's talking about. Yeah. It's the obvious thing that nobody is talking about. The elephant in the room. I'm trying to think of an example to make that clear, because in today's lesson, it's not the elephant in the room because we are talking about it, right? But if there's an issue we should be talking about, but we're not, then it's the elephant in the room. I'm trying to think of an example there. I can't. Let me think about that one. I'll come back. This is a good question, Kanwal. Can we change present into past? Yes, you can change the tense, absolutely. So you could say animals in the past, hundreds of years ago, didn't stand a chance. You can say pandas will be on the brink of extinction if we don't protect them. So absolutely, you can change the tense with idioms, yes. Just be careful with the words. So you can't change prepositions, right? You can't say the elephant on the room, no. And here we don't normally change the pronoun, like be on your brink, no, be on the brink. Be on a brink, no, be on the brink. So normally the prepositions and the format doesn't change normally, but the verb, yes, you can. Could you save the live? Yes, the live lessons automatically save on Facebook and YouTube. They just automatically stay there. Yeah. Excellent. Nice. Good. Okay. Guys, I'm noticing the time, so I'm going to move on to our last activity. We've talked a lot today. We've covered a lot of ground, right? We've talked about animals. We've talked about, I can't even remember what we've talked about. Let me remind myself. We've talked about protecting wildlife. We've talked about which animals are in danger, right? Critically endangered, vulnerable, and so on. We've looked at collocations. We've looked at listening skills and some strategies to help you with your listening, as well as developing your listening skills. Go back later. You can listen to that activity again. We had a discussion about whether we should protect animals. Maybe that's the elephant in the room, right? Some people say we shouldn't protect animals. Elephant in the room. Gorilla in the room. And how we can protect animals, right? We've talked about that. We've had a useful toolbox, Rewordify, and we've done a very relaxing, I hope relaxing visualization. And we've looked at idioms. So the last thing we're going to finish on is Kahoot. And Kahoot is just a really fun game. It's quite relaxing. We're going to review some of the vocabulary today through a game. If you're new here, then you will need to go right now to kahoot.it. And there we will play the game. You probably need two browsers, right? If you can have the Kahoot on one browser and me on the other browser, and then we'll play this game together. Basically, all you need to do is log in with the PIN number and then put your name and you can start playing. Let me show you how we're going to do it. It's very, very easy. Let me just log into my account and then we can play. So again, be patient. Patience is a virtue. Okay, so let me share this with you. Website, Kahoot. So you can join at kahoot.it. There's an app if you want on your mobile phone. You can do it. The game pin, well, is loading right now. It's very slow, isn't it? There you go. So the game pin is 4880351. So if you go to kahoot.it, put in the pin 4880351, add your name, and you can come and play the game here. Great. Don't worry if you can't get in. You can put your answer in the chat box. That's absolutely fine. And I'll see some of them. Great. 4880351. There's the pin. 4880351. Put in your name and you can come and join us. Yosra, yes, I agree, but me included, right? I discovered as I was researching that a lot of things I didn't know about this. Carrie's in the house, great. Afasaner, the game pin is 4880351. So we've got, wow, 200 people in. Okay. Thanks for sharing that, Zam. Okay, let us start. First question coming up. Wild animals. Rhinos are in danger of blank. Rhinos are in danger of blank. Aurelian, I'm no longer on italki, just to let you know. Great, you've got 5 seconds left. Ashrav, well done. Helen, well done. Oh, fantastic. Great. 123 of you got extinction. Just be careful. Quite a few said extinct. Extinct is, well, to be extinct, right? To be extinct. But that's the adjective. Here you want the noun, to be in danger of extinction. Excellent. Well done. So, Mason Mount, you were the fastest to get the right answer. Well done. We've got some animals in the game today. Question number 2. A blank is someone who hunts illegally. A blank is someone who hunts illegally. Great, some good answers. Oh, right, interesting. Well, this was interesting, yeah. A lot of you said poacher, which was great. Obviously not a poached egg. A poacher is the correct answer. A lot of you said hunter. The thing is, a hunter is not necessarily illegal, right? Many hunters are legal. So you can't say a hunter hunts illegally because a lot of them are legal, right? It's only the word poacher that means it's definitely illegal. Well done. So Mason Mount is up there. The hippopotamus and Pooh are following closely. Pooh Bear. Number 3. Poaching causes the ecosystem to become blank of balance. Poaching causes the ecosystem to become blank of balance. Oh, nice. Well done, Jen and San. And well done, Inkar. Esther, well done. Yeah, that was a piece of cake, right? Out of balance. Nice. Very nice. So where are we? Wow, Mason and hippopotamus, you really are on the ball today. Fast and accurate. Last question. Pandas are on the blank of extinction. Oh, how cute. Pandas are on the blank of extinction. Wow, look at that. I'm so impressed with you. 177 got the right answer, on the brink of extinction. You are learning lots today. Well done, everybody. Nice. So, the podium. Who is the winner? Pooh Bear, well done. Hippopotamus, I've got a feeling, I think I know who number 1 is. Yeah, Mason Mount, well done. Turn down the volume, Keith. Well done, Mason Mount. Absolutely fantastic. Very, very impressive. Very nice. Well done, all of you. Fantastic job. I'm so impressed. You're learning very, very quickly. I'm going to turn off the music, right? Brilliant. Well, listen, just to let you know, right? You can go to the website, the Keith Speaking Academy. Just let me share it again with you, where you can find the notes from today's class in about 2 or 3 hours time. So in about 3 hours later, if you go to the website, just go up to the free live lessons bit, and there you'll be able to find the notes from today's class. You can download them or study the lesson or even watch the video again. This was last week, and of course you've got all the other past lessons are up there as well. Just to let you know, you can get that from the website a little bit later today. And for those of you who have already bought the course, IELTS Speaking Success, tonight, so there are new videos. You can go in, you automatically see the new videos. It says new with some of the new topics there. And so you can access that, whether you're on Udemy or Teachable, there are new updates for you. If you haven't bought the course, maybe you want to go and have a look at it. I will let you decide. Great. So listen, thank you for joining me today. It's been absolutely wonderful being here with you. Thank you for taking the time. Just to let you know then that next Saturday, in fact, if you turn on your subscriber notifications, you'll find out on Saturday, I'm doing a video, which is a recorded video, will go out on YouTube, and it's all about listening skills in IELTS and in TOEFL. And I'm joined with another teacher. His name is Josh. He teaches TOEFL, and together we have a conversation and we discuss listening skills, IELTS, TOEFL, general English. I think you'll like it. I think it'd be really interesting. That's coming on Saturday, so keep an eye open for that. Keep your eyes peeled. In the meantime, enjoy yourselves, relax, don't study too much, just make it a regular habit, a little bit every day. Okay, take care, my friends. All the best now. Bye-bye. Leave with some music. That was too loud, sorry. I'll just say bye-bye.